Hi, I'm Johnny Magic here at H-Line Conversions. Of course, the world headquarters for diesel conversions for the Hummer line. You know, they were actually the original inventors of the diesel conversion for the H1 Hummer back in 2000. And today, we're going to be doing the H2 Hummer, which they actually were the original diesel conversion facility for that as well. They actually invented that conversion. So today we have in front of us a 2003 H2 Hummer. These things are built like a brick shit house. I mean, they're awesome. You know, they're well designed for everything. Actually, when they first come out, I kind of made fun of them because, you know, I'm like an H1 Hummer guy, but after driving them, you know, they drive like a Cadillac, and you know, they're way lower maintenance than the H1 Hummer. So I love to put the Duramax diesel into these. So today we're going to show you how to do the DIY kit that we sell for doing the Duramax conversion on this. So the first thing that you want to do, obviously, is you have to take the body bolts out. There's 12 body bolts that hold the body to the frame. And then secondly, take the hood off and the cooler and different things like that. It's pretty straightforward, simple. And of course, our step-by-step instructions give you all the information associated with being able to take the body off. So at this point in time, this is actually stripped down. If you don't, you know, you can see the hood's gone and everything. So we're going to go ahead and raise it up and talk about a few other things on this, what we call the Phase 1 disassembly of the H2 Hummer for the Duramax. Okay, so the body's up. It's kind of interesting, you know, small little motor in there and this big vehicle and stuff like that. It really never made sense. You know, first one that I done back in '03 when I put the H2 Hummer in there, I was driving back to from Kansas to Las Vegas to SEMA, and on the way stopped at Denver for the night, and next morning I had like a dozen guys around my Hummer. And come to find out, they're all GM executives and engineers and all kinds of stuff that were part of the H2 Hummer fad going on at that point in time. And they're like, well, do you have a diesel in that? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, why you ask? They're like, well, we were told that they weren't done. I was like, well, I says, I used 90% of the parts that GM manufactured for the pickup truck to do the conversion. I says, it fits just fine. So ironically enough, 90% of the conversion process is all GM. It's pretty much a plug-and-play system. It's very simple to do. You know, the life expectancy of the diesel in the H2 Hummer is 500,000 miles. You know, I don't plan on keeping anything that long, but if you do, you got a great, you know, vehicle to do it with. So going back to this, at this point, part of the disassembly, obviously the body's off. You know, electrical's unplugged, the cooling and all that kind of stuff, the step-by-step process. Now you're just basically going to go down there and unbolt the engine towers and the transmission, undo the drivetrain or the drive shafts, the exhaust, and pluck out the old motor. I'm sure a buddy of yours would love to have a 6-liter set in his old hot rod or whatever. So, you know, there's no shortage of homes for this. It is valuable in some kind of way, so you can recycle it. This motor is a good motor, but not for this application. So once you get that taken out, typically we'll go through and kind of clean up the frame, look at the suspension, make sure that there's nothing else that we need to address there or whatever, and then we'll go to the Duramax drivetrain conversion, which will be Phase 2. I appreciate your time today. This is Johnny Magic with H-Line Conversions. Thank you.